Hello, Bronco Nation. I'm Luke Underwood, and let's get straight into your Tuesday sports stories. The UCO softball team was busy yesterday with two games. The first game against Wayne State ended in an impressive way, with Shelby Beard continuing her early season dominance in the pitching circle, leading the Chos to an 8-1 victory over Wayne State. The second game was unfortunately not as flashy, as the Lady Broncos would lose to Minnesota State in a close 3-2 loss. The Minnesota State Mavericks went up 2-0 in the second inning. The Chos started fighting back with a score in the fourth inning, but Minnesota had Oklahoma's number yesterday, with the Mavericks scoring the fifth inning to take it to 3-1. Riley Lemos then scored for the Broncos to take the score to 3-2. However, the Broncos' momentum was stopped and the Mavericks would win 3-2. Even more softball news, the Lady Broncos picked up a win early today with a hard-fought effort against Minot State Beavers. No points were scored until the fourth inning, with Emily DeRamus putting the Broncos on the board. In the fifth round, the Broncos got another, with Riley Lemos getting home. In the sixth, the Beavers put up 4 scores, giving them a 4-2 lead. The Broncos would answer back in the next round with Mackenzie Fithian score. In the last inning, Sherry Mason and a walk-off home run from Taryn Ritz gave the Chos the game. The final outcome was 5-4 for Central Oklahoma. The Lady Broncos also threw 8 strikeouts. The Broncos have one more game today, with the Broncos currently facing the 7-6 Maryville Saints. I'll have the full outcome of that game for you tomorrow. Central Oklahoma's basketball teams will be wrapping up their season this week. The Broncos will have a pair of home games against Arkansas Fort Smith and Northeastern State. These games will be the last time to buy tickets for the 2025 MIAA Basketball Championship next week in Kansas City at a discounted rate. The women's team is tied for 9th in the MIAA standings and 12th in the KPI standings. And the men's team is currently tied for 5th in the league standings and is 6th in the KPI standings. So make sure to get your tickets before the discount expires. Over to the mats. The 13-1 UCO wrestling team is getting ready for the NCAA Super Region 4 Championships. The Broncos also ranked number 4 in the mat polls. The Broncos scored a 66.5, which gave them 4th. The only teams ranked higher were St. Cloud State with a 96.5, Nebraska Kearney with a 70, and Wisconsin Parkside with a 68. And for individuals, 9 Broncos placed in the top 15, with Gabe Johnson being ranked 2nd at 157 pounds and Stud Morris ranked number 1 at 125 pounds. The championships will be March 14th and 15th. Finally, the OKC Thunder lost in heartbreaking fashion last night to the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Thunder and Timberwolves were going back and forth all night, with solid performances from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams, as well as the Timberwolves' Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, the latter of which blocked the attempted game winner from Shai to give the game to the Wolves. The Thunder, with this loss, now fall to 46-11 on the season. The Thunder will have to shake this disappointment off as they head to Brooklyn for tomorrow's game against the Nets in Brooklyn. That game will tip off at 6:30 p.m. I expect the Thunder to bounce back with a victory tomorrow night, but this is all I have for you guys now. Back to Abby and Shanice at the desk.